Hi. So in class the other day, I talked about my aunt and how she disliked when women dressed more feminine. We were watching the Olympics around 4 years ago, and I remember her commenting on one of the runners. She had fake eyelashes, and my aunt was like, I don't think she should be wearing those. She's already gotten to a point where she doesn't need to prove herself anymore. And it made sense. She also disliked trans women in a way that she thought, like, when people transition, they typically, like, wore dresses, and she saw that as regressive and pushing women into boxes of what they should be wearing, and just feminine clothing and feminine bodies, and she didn't like that. And I think she had a few reasons for this. We talked about kind of self-hatred and internalized misogyny in class, and I think while some of that is true for my aunt, not all of it. I just can't quite see it in the same way for her as other people, but I'm sure it's still there. One of the big things is that I think she saw it as a way of herself being better than others and putting herself up for, like, the feminist movement, because she wasn't dressing for men. So that gave her a sort of, authority over other women who would wanted to dress more feminine and were in turn promoting what she saw as sexist. And then also, my cousin and her daughter had struggled with an eating disorder for a long time and trying to get into the right kind of body shape as she saw it. And my aunt, tried to really help her through that experience. And I think in doing so, I think it kind of made my aunt want to protect women who saw themselves as needing to conform to a sort of standard, which is, kind of noble, that's what I meant to say. But obviously this is not the right way to go about it, and I think my aunt was confused at best, but I think she saw it as her being superior to others, and I think she's kind of an egotistical person, so I think that's what really drew her